Welcome back to Teaching Them. I have a lesson for you today. It's actually a game, and it's a fun game to teach about the Exodus from Egypt of the Israelite people. In this game, it's a memory matching game. So you've probably played a game where you laid all the cards face down and then you flip over two and you try to match them together. And so that's the kind of game we're going to play. But in this case, the thing that you're trying to match is an Egyptian god and a plague that was sent in order to show God's power over that Egyptian god. So the one that I'm just showing you here is, I think, Nut, the goddess of sky and weather. It was plague number 7, and you can tell that by the 7 in the bottom. And then there's a matching 7 on the hailstorm. So she was the goddess of the sky and weather, and God sent hail to show he had power over Nut, the so-called god of the Egyptians. So the Egyptians were a people who worshiped many gods. Some people say as many as 2,000 or more gods that they worshiped. And they changed over time. Some gods were elevated to the top and some gods fell back down. And there were stories about how their fall from power happened or their rise to power happened. But there are different gods. I've chosen the ones that were more contemporary to the time that the Pharaoh of the Exodus was there. And so we've picked out 10 gods. There were probably more that God was showing power over during this time, but I picked out 10 that seemed to be the main connections between what God was trying to do, which was trying to show that I am more powerful than any god that you worship. So I have 22 cards, and the reason that there are 22 cards is because they're the 10 plagues, and there's an Egyptian god related to each of those plagues. And then there is a last battle where Moses goes to the Red Sea, and he parts the waters there, and that is to show God's power over the god of war, who was Horus. Horus was the god of war, and Moses parted the Red Sea to show his power over the war chariots of Egypt that came. And so this is a fun game to play. The way that you would play it is you just take the cards, you lay them face down in front of the kids, boom, 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 like so. And then they get a chance to turn over 2 cards. And if they get a match, if it's number 7 and number 7, then they get a match, they get to keep it. And whoever has the most cards at the end wins. If they don't get a match, like I just drew number 7 and number 8, if I don't get a match, then I have to flip them back over, and then the next kid gets to go. And usually I just say, whoever's the youngest goes first, and then we'll go counterclockwise around the group in order to find it. And then every time that they draw a match, so if they drew, let me pick a different one. If they drew the plague of locusts, and they drew, this is Neper, the god of grain, because the locust came and ate the grain, then just teach a little bit. Say, hey, listen, let me tell you why God sent the locust to show his power over Neper, the god of grain, is because the locust ate all the grain. And that showed that God could not protect the Egyptians, and they were trusting in a false god. They should be trusting in the one true God. And so as you go through, you get a chance to teach about the Exodus and why did God send those 10 plagues? Well, it was because he was trying to get the Israelites out of a land where worshiping many gods was the common thing. And he also wanted to get Egypt out of them. So he had to show, I'm more powerful than them. So it was both for the Egyptians to see that he was the one true God, but it was also for the Israelites because he was preparing them to go into the promised land, and he needed all those other gods to be gone from their worship. He needed them to know that he was the one true God that they should be worshiping. So this is a fun activity that I think the kids will really enjoy. If you would like to get these cards, you can find them on my website, www.teachingthem.org, www.teachingthem.org, and you'll get a full lesson printed out, as well as there's a file in there where you can print out the cards, and then you can print them and cut them out in order to play with the kids I'm really excited about this lesson. It's a lesson I designed to teach at a camp that I do every year for the last 26 years, and it's called Royal Family Kids. If you've never heard of it, Royal Family Kids is a ministry to kids in the foster care system. And we work closely with these kids. A lot of years I have the same kids coming back, and we get to tell them about Jesus and just love on them the whole time. If you're interested in Royal Family Kids and you want to look it up, you can go to forthechildren.org. That is the organization that puts on these camps, and look up a camp near you. That's all I have for today. God bless you. Hope you'll try this lesson out. Remember, you can get it at www.teachingthem.org. God bless.